Hello, family. Just wanted to come to you real quick, talk to you about what's really going on here with Trump. What's he really doing? What's he really up to? Now, if you guys looked at Nigeria, this situation in Nigeria, and you look at the situation of where he called himself protecting the Christians. Now, let's really sort that out. Let's really talk about that. How is he really protecting the Christians? How is he really trying to protect the Christians? He's protected the Christians. You mean the same Christians where he just banned 36 of 54 African countries, continents. He banned them, right? Those are the same Christians that he's protecting or wanting to bomb, wanting to protect. We all know it's not about the Christians. We all know that it's about the oil and those minerals, right? Now, Nigeria is in on it because that man has been allowing America and France to use him for years. That's what he does. That's never going to change. The only way that's going to change is he gets somebody like Ibrahim Traore to come in and overthrow him and do for his own people. He has a whole country that is in shambles. Now, that's a shithole country. Not being funny. I'm just saying. You have a whole president that won't do anything for his people. You see the chaos and you allow it because the West has told you to allow it. Or they whatever is going on with him, who cares? But he is not liking Ibrahim or Mali or Niger because they make him look bad. So he's willing to harm his brothers in order to please Massa, in order to um, cause harm to his brother because his brother makes him feel incompetent. His brother makes him feel uncomfortable. His brother makes him feel a certain kind of way when all he has to do is do what his brother is doing and get better or the same results, right? But see, he's walking in fear. So he's going to allow the West to use him against his brother. Because if you really looked, more that bomb went toward Niger than it did Nigeria. Okay, let's just really be honest about it, right? It wasn't about the Christians. Please, if that was so, then why is he not in Somalia, the Congo? Okay, why is he not in Sudan to protect those Christians? You know what I'm saying? Come on, Trump, we're not that stupid. But some people are. 'Cause I hear a lot of news reports talking about Nigeria and how he bombed Nigeria. And even the Nigerian president was telling him to come on. What president do you know who's going to okay another person from another country, a whole another country to come in your country and to dictate to you what to do and how to handle your business in your country? That's just crazy to me. But we're seeing a lot of that with these African presidents who has a whole boatload of trillions and trillions of dollars, but you are so stuck on America, thinking America got you, thinking America is the millionaires when you are the millionaires, the trillionaires, okay? But you're relying and depending on a country who has ignored you for years. America has ignored Africa for years. And now all of a sudden they care. All of a sudden, I want to come in and save the Christians. All of a sudden, I want to come in and save you. Give me a break. A man who's holding a dollar compared to a man who has trillions of dollars. And the one that's holding trillions of dollars thinks that he has nothing because because the man that's holding the dollar has told him you're nothing. You have a shithole country, but in fact, your country is a shithole country. America's a shithole country. America's holding on for dear life right now. And Africa and these African countries don't understand that America is bullying them and making them believe in the illusion that America has money and they're rich and they're there to help them and support them. But in fact, America makes all of these crazy bullying contracts with Africa and promises to pay them over the years when they come and they want to get their payments immediately because they know they don't have any money and they know doggone well that they cannot, they cannot honor those contracts they're making with Africa. So they know that by the time Africa will get a clue, they'll be gone, long gone. Okay, they're gonna get their money and run, right? But they don't understand that America don't have a dime because in their minds, America has been supplying them with aid. But when you have a country that have laid off their own people, millions, thousands, millions lost their jobs in America, right? They've been laid off and fired. They shut down a whole government. They're gonna shut it down again. He only bought it back because of Christmas, the holidays, and they wanted to balance their budget. But they're gonna shut it down again. January, they're gonna shut it down again. But you have a country that is $40 trillion in debt. And you think they're gonna give you something, you think they really care enough about you to come and save your country. They seen Congo fighting for years. Rwanda had that big old 3 month fight and nobody came to the rescue. But now all of a sudden they want to save the Christians, right? And we know what that's about, Trump, come on. But I'm praying that Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso knows and they see. And I do believe that they see. But I'm gonna tell you what, I believe in justice. I don't believe in that people come in and tell you what to do with your own country. If they come and fly over Niger, they fly over Burkina Faso, if they fly over Mali, I hope they do what they need to do to take those planes out. Seriously. He has no business coming trying to tell anybody how to handle their business. You handle your business. You have a whole school shooting problem, Walmart shooting problem in your country, and won't do anything about that, but want to tell want to tell Nigeria, you better handle the Christians are dying. But you have children dying in your country, Trump, and won't do anything about it. I don't see you bombing them school shooters. I don't see you bombing them. You got a school shooting problem. You care about the Christians in other countries, but not the schools, not the children that those school shooters are shooting or killing. But you care about Black Christians all of a sudden. Now you know and I know. You know and I know. Hey, y'all, I'm out here on this is what I'm saying. Just like I'm on rolling because it's hot. It's hot. Okay. But you know and I know. He don't give a nothing. Two groups about the Christians. It's all about the minerals. It's all about the dollars. It's all about the oil, right? This is what I see every day. This is what I see all every day. But back to your president. He wants Nigeria to think that I got you. But do he really? He want Nigeria to really believe that he gonna take care of them. Want them Christian, and they believe it too. You would hear Alvarez, what is it? You would hear the post. You would hear they really believe in that Trump is really going over there to save the Christians. They really believe that. That's the report. I'm like, y'all only knew. He didn't care nothing about him. He just want to get to your brother. That those three presidents, the Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, he wants them eliminated. He wants them out of the picture because those three right there is wreaking havoc on America. It's wreaking havoc on France. It's wreaking havoc. He said if he, when he got in office, he's gonna take care of them. And those brothers, he think he gonna go and try to check them, but he's gonna be the one that's gonna get checked because this is Africa's time. This is the land of the free. This is the land of milk and honey here. Don't get it twisted. You are sitting on trillions and trillions of dollars, Africa, and you begging a man that's holding a dollar if you can have his dollar when you're sitting on trillions and trillions and trillions. That's crazy to me. You sitting on so much money that you don't even know that the man you begging for his dollar, that you got all of this and more. Because they told you you have a shithole country, you believe it. And they told you that you're poor, you believe it. People tell me Africa's a third world country. No, they're not. Why is everybody coming to Africa getting rich off of Africa? Why is everybody except Africa getting rich? Everybody eating except Africa. Everybody eating, drinking champagne, eating caviar except Africa. Tell me why, if Africa was so poor. These countries got Africa twisted. They think they didn't convince Africa that Africa is nothing, that Africa don't need. Africa is a shithole country. And Africa the big fat zero, and Africa is poor, and Africa is this. Why you keep coming over here getting their minerals if they so poor? Why you need their minerals? Sound like you the one that's poor to me. You coming to Africa to get their minerals. Africa don't understand that America needs you more than you need them. Africa. America needs you more than you need them. America needs you more than you need them. They don't understand that. This is heaven on earth. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. You trying to tell me what part of America is this? What part does this happen? What part is in America? Tell me that. You want to convince me that and this is a third world country? Look at this. They've got more money than America could even think about. They've got more money than France could even think about. You want to convince them. You want to keep them poor. You want to come keep getting their minerals for pennies on the dollar. If Africa would charge them the right price, Africa could look like Dubai. Charge them what they're supposed to be charged. Make your money. If Ibrahim Traore can do it, if Mali can do it, Niger can do it, all of Africa can do it. All of Africa. This is what those presidents don't want you to see. This is what those presidents don't want. This is why they don't like Abraham. This is why they don't like Mali and Niger. They'll work with the against their brothers with America because they're making those three brothers. Those three brothers are making them look really bad because of what they're doing with their people. Same thing, Nigeria, Kenya, and all of them can do for their people, but they refuse because they're pocketing that money. They don't care nothing about their people, which is sad because your country could be top dog, and America knows that, and that's why he's going after those three because he wants to silence those three. Because if you silence those three, you take those three out. Ain't nobody else will ever move like Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali move. You got Chad, Sierra Leone. You got a whole lot of people that's waking up to this, understanding what's really going on. You got a whole lot of people understanding now. Look at the man with the boat. Look at him. Got a whole lot of people. All the way up there so they don't have to walk. Ain't that something? They're going all the way up there so they don't have to walk. Yeah. That's the guy we rode on. That's the same boat we rode on today, other day. He making his money. He making his money. He is making his money. But back to what I was saying. They want to call this a shithole country. Not hold themselves accountable. Everybody makes money off of Africa. Nigeria, Kenya, those presidents need to come down sooner than later. Sooner than later. I'll sit here. Sooner than later. This is what I fear for. But I'm not going to be long. I just want you guys to think about something. A lot of people think it's about the Christians. It's not. There's nothing to do with the Christians in Nigeria. You really look and see where those missiles fell. It fell closer to Nigeria. I mean, Niger than it did Nigeria. And a lot of those presidents do not like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger because of the fact they're making them look bad. What they, Niger and Faso was doing, these other presidents can do, but they walking in fear and they scared. They scared to die. Scared. Scared. They scared. That's his boat. He got a nice boat. He got a nice boat over there. That's the guy we rode on his boat. We rode on his boat. Look at him. So yeah, but this is what I look at every morning. So, and it's a beautiful country. You guys are sleeping on Mauritius. Sleeping on Mauritius. You're sleeping on Mauritius. About sleeping on Mauritius. Sleeping on Mauritius. Yeah, they love going to. But I'm just saying, America think they're gonna take down that brother. They're gonna have another thought coming because that brother's ready and he's waiting. And I like how he has partnered up with with Russia and China. I just hope he don't lose and get lost in the mix and all that because they'll come save you and somebody else and then try to colonize you too. But this is amazing. But I just wanted to come to you guys to help you to understand. There's more to it in Nigeria besides those persons that Trump said he was saving. He's saving the fish. Just like they were eating the cat. They were eating the dogs. We all know better. We all know better. We all know better. Made his money every day. Got a nice little boat. Got a nice little boat there. But yeah, I didn't want to hold you guys, so wanted to discuss that. But I want you guys to just watch, keep your eyes open, pay attention to what's going on. We can do it in a boat. I love this little boat. I love that little boat. I just little boat, y'all. Look at him. He rolling. Bro, don't make his money. Don't make his money. Don't make his money, y'all. But yeah, I want us to always remember that when a person like Trump is working so hard, he reminds me of a fish out of water that's dying, just trying to hold on to his last breath. That's what Trump reminds me of, a fish out of water, just flapping around for his last breath. And that's what he does. He's doing, he's flapping around, trying to hold on to America falling apart, and it's falling apart right in his hands. It's falling apart. He's going to shut the government down at the end of January again. People don't understand that. They're going to shut it down again. They just opened it up at Christmas. Just so that they can balance out the economy because the economy is so bad. You know, so that is the boat out there. Very nice. And this is it. He's out there. Yeah, this little boat. Yeah, this little boat. But yeah, I wish more countries would understand America is broke. And once they find out that America is broke, things would be a whole lot different. These countries would run a little different. They won't allow Trump to bully them. where they're allowing it now. They're allowing Trump to bully them and make crazy contracts with them, contracts that don't even need to be made right now. And Trump, because Trump knows that he's done, Trump knows America's broke, Trump knows that America has no more money, and he knows that they don't know. He's still operating like he would, like he had money. And that's what get them because they're used to him operating a certain way. They looking at him like if he didn't have no money, he wouldn't be operating like that. But he would. It's he's bluffing. He's bluffing. He's bluffing. I love that little boat. He's bluffing. So pretty out here. Beautiful out here. But he's a bully and he's a bluffer. A broke bluffer at that. Holding his little dollar for all it's worth. Holding on to his little dollar for all it's worth. Hoping and praying nobody knows that he ain't got no money. Hoping and praying that he can write these contracts, these crazy contracts that nobody will know that he don't have a dime. That he only has a dollar, if that. But these African countries are so used to him giving aid and stuff. That's why he's taking all the aid away because there's no more money. You don't want to tell them he's using an excuse, right? He's banning Africa, so many, 36 African countries already, continents. He don't want them to know he's broke. So he's gonna, you know how somebody will be with you in a relationship, get mad at you, not wanting you to know. They'll be making you think it's them, making you think it's you, and it's them all the time. That's what he's doing now, making them think it's them. But Africa is top dog right now. And a lot of these American countries know, companies know, like Walmart. Walmart is in South Africa. If there wasn't no money in South Africa, Walmart wouldn't be here, trust me. They know where things are going. A lot of these companies know where things are going and where things are heading. And that's why a lot of companies are trying to hold up over here in Africa because they know that Africa is the top dog. Africa is the next, is the now, I should say, right? They know it. That's why a lot of the UN just moved to New York, but you had a whole lot of Israelis that just moved to South Africa. You got to understand that too. Why? Because Netanyahu, or whatever his name is, said that he's going to come and handle Africa next. After you get done with Palestine, he said that. Remember that? I'm going to come over there and I'm going to help Africa out. No, Africa don't need you. You need to stay right there where you are. And you'll be in Israel and leave Africa alone. Yeah, because Africans, it's Africans, they got, they don't need your help. And even with the Israel Prime Minister not Netanyahu, he was talking about the Christians, but he just hoped to get a whole bunch of Palestinians. Somebody said none of that. He tried to tell you, convince you that he cares about Nigerian Christians. He can't bring it. Well, I tell you, like, but what we done? Them Africans, Africans, but wake up and smell the coffee and understand what you do. Some demons and devils you can't, you just leave alone. Let them be. Let them be. Can't mess with all of them. Do their history, go over their history first. You call yourself getting in a contract with these demons. Make sure the contract is a good contract. It's not heavy for them on their side. So give them all of the good parts, the good stuff. Give you shitty part of it. Like I said, I don't want to be here all night. I'm getting ready to go home now. And get ready to right. You guys take care and we'll talk later. Bye. Bye, family. I hope all is well. I'm in this under my umbrella, yes, because it's out here. But it's a beautiful day. Beautiful Sunday. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna let you see it one more again. One more again. What I'm looking at right now. Hey, look. Okay, fall in love with this. Here it is. Okay, fall in love. Talk later. Bye, family.